I am so sorry about that. I have been walking along here, talking along, wasting all my words. You're not gonna believe this, but the mute button. So sorry about that. The mute button is right underneath the reverse button. So when I reversed the screen, I hit the mute button. And I just now, happy Father's Day, but you're muted. Anyway, thanks, Loden Cross. Thank you for all of you that were wondering what's going on. All right. Joy's probably freaking out somewhere, but if Joy would have noticed, she would have called my phone and said something, so she probably didn't even notice. She went right into Ripley's. All right, so we're back on. That's what I get for not getting my thanks, DirecTV 522. Oh, DirecTV, my friends. What made you pick that name? Oh, Dino's not working tonight.
And that Bubba Gump is my favorite restaurant. We can do Creole shrimp, fried shrimp, blackened shrimp, fresh shrimp, garlic shrimp. Yeah, me and Bubba, we gonna do the whole thing. Took good care of him and his family.
All right. So, hey, we recommend mellow mushroom. They have a special ingredient in their crust that makes it so good. And they have a white sauce pizza if you want. If you can't do tomatoes, you can still do magic mushroom. I mean, mellow mushroom. Okay, yeah, you don't want to do the magic one. Here's Paula Dean looking at me through the glass. There she is. Hey, Paula, how are you? Well, for those of you that stuck with us, thank you very much for waiting for me to be smart enough to check and look at my other phone. Hey, Charles, thanks. Yeah. No, sorry, none of you had my direct phone number, or I'm sure you would have called me and told me, hey, dummy. Hey. What's the matter with you? What are you doing? All right, we're crossing over, watching our So let's get the Gatlinburg sign in. Stage 1 dance finals. Oh, that means there's going to be a lot of girls with hair pulled tight and sparklies on their eyebrows walking around. This is where there's a public restroom room as well, right here by the Gatlinburg, if you ever need one. But that was just another thing of many things that we have been doing silly lately. I didn't even bring my usual backpack, which had my backup battery in it. So we're kind of running on one battery tonight. There's the big guy. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. It is pretty awesome to look at that, isn't it? Whew. Man. Na 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 na. Gotta watch out for that music playing. I'd love to be here, but I just can't be staying. 'Cause there's music playing. And I gotta cover it. Oh. And I actually have tickets to, I got the season pass, but I haven't done it yet this year. Old Dino's not working tonight. Haven't seen you since putt-putt.
Everywhere, brother.
Yeah.
I'm back there to R9. We'll see how that
What's the status on the renovation here? I've been hearing rumors that Dino's going to get fixed up. And
Well, I've been here for 17 years, but I can tell you right now that it's in the air, but they are planning on doing it.
they actually are really going to do it.
It's going to be a 7D year.
When do you think they'll do it? After the rush of the season or
We have September in mind,
September?
and they said 6 weeks, but I can tell you right now, 6 weeks is right. That's a God's thing. But that's-
So situation normal,
yeah.
all messed up. Okay, so there's an update for you for the Dino and the Ripley's is going to hopefully do a revamp this year. Oh boy, got a loud bunch of music there. Loud bunch of music there. I'll try to get past that. There's Crazy Mason. Boy, that was an excellent piece of key lime pie on top of that milkshake. Smith & Sons looks like they're closed down for the night, but they have the most reasonable food prices for being directly on the strip. $13 to $15 for everything on the menu. And I think the steak's higher though. But they're very reasonable. And then the Unique Gifts and Teas, they've got their own, you see that guy sitting in there? He's been doing t-shirts for 43 years. This is where he lives, and he does it the best. And that's right here at Unique Gifts, right up next to Smith & Sons. Here's the arcade for Ripley's. Oh, fudge. Oh, fudge. Even dark chocolate with a gothic design. Ooh. Oh, fudge. And Ripley's is really good. They're going for high speed on the ball. If we see it rolling down the street, we know who to come after. We call this the germ ball, by the way. Everybody touches it.
That's why it's got water.
Yeah. That baby is spinning for winning. I suppose now we get a across the world. All right, gotta get past this one. And we got escape rooms and all kinds of good stuff, and what's going on in the back room. So we gotta get going, gotta get moving. Gotta find a different tune. I'm a poet. My feet show it. Boom, 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 boom. And more music to go on by. Yep, we went to Crawdaddy's. Crawdaddy's is a good seafood restaurant. They have a balcony. You can get on the balcony at Crawdaddy's. You can get on the balcony at local borough. And you can get on a creek at another one of these restaurants up here. What's the name of that one? Up at the top of the hill, they've got a creek that runs right by your table. That's a real nice one. I'm trying to think of the name of it. One word. I don't know why that escapes me at the moment, but it does. Howard's Steakhouse. They've got a creek that runs right by the back of the restaurant, and you can get a table right by the creek if you want. Plenty of candy. Plenty of candy. This is where the polar bears and the snowmen all get up and sit during the winter time. Taffy logs, candy caramel corn, candy caramels, candy apples, fudge, pecan logs. Ooh, look at all that. And jawbreaker suckers. Looks like the taffy machine's all clean for the night. Looking real good in there, people. So, since I got to do a live stream on Friday up at the mountain at Sky Park. So that gave me Friday off, which made Saturday seem like Friday and Saturday seem like Sunday. So today was so nice to have some extra rest and relaxation. Wow, we gotta have some rest and relaxation. Here is Mayfield's ice cream. We like Mayfield's ice cream. They're very good, and they make a good smoothie. It's not the best, but it is good. Meep, meep. We've had certainly an interesting bunch of cartoons growing up, didn't we? A coyote that died 1,000 deaths, and a roadrunner that did not study law. I get your 51 cents. They still got a few of these around. They're being replaced, though, by these dollar ones. So you better get one while you can, because the old 50-cent ones are heading out. Let's see. Pennycollector.com. I have a penny and 1 quarter. Sadly, only 1 quarter. Oh yeah.
Is there a place for me to pause? Like actually pause?
Escape games, mini life, golf. Oh, let me check my picture here. Of course. I just got to stop myself here. I have to be very careful because sometimes I can time somebody out without realizing it. Yep, love the candy stores. Hey, Teresa. Yes, thank you for reminding me Howard's faster than me. Why is that? Just a simple name like Howard. Wasn't really tough, like Little Buddha or like that Funky Buddha place. I mean, it's a simple name. Why couldn't I remember the name Howard? I don't know. Yeah, you know, we go to Three Bears. I don't know about Big Bear's family. Hello, Big Bear's family. Good to meet you. Yep, we're just walking the strip here. I don't know if y'all have had those waffles, but they are good. There's a waffle place on the main drag, and up here at the top, there's another one. And the Chicken Hut and the Pepper Palace, but Pepper Palace is already closed. And, let's see if we've got reception over here. World's largest hot sauce museum. You know, I imagine a hot sauce museum would not last too long. Yeah, they don't let you touch any of it. That's plastic. So we're still doing good here on reception. Howdy! Love the waffles. So you got the ooh la la. Le caramel bliss. Oh, I have to put on the French accent here. Parlez-vous français? Le crochet? Le classique? La natte? La exoté? Le exoté? Oh, there's restrooms back here too. Let's head back to the strip. A lot of people, they make a French accent. Hey, remember Jean Lafitte, the barefoot pirate? And then there was, who was the one, Black Jack Shellac? You remember him? Love Black Jack Shellac. And I believe Bugs Bunny took care of him. If it wasn't Bugs Bunny, it was somebody else. But, hey, Rabbit! I think it was the same guy that did Yosemite Sam, the Black Jack Shellac. Hey, Rabbit! Uh-huh! So we're all doing good around here. Hey, there's Bird's Cookies. Love them key lime coolers. One box is good enough, though. Well, excellent. Very satisfying. Hey, yeah, Crazy Mason. They've got a new flavor out. Key lime pie. It's called Key Light. Or no, Lime Light. Yeah, it is a great vacation place. Thanks, Miss Mary George. Did you say you? Yes. Yes, my wife insisted on moving here. I had a painting company and a business in Florida, and things just kind of dried up, and we just felt like the Lord was leading us to come up here. And she'd been up here a couple times vacationing with her family. And it was like, this is where we want to go. And then one day I just felt the Lord gave me the go-ahead that, yep, this is where he wanted me to go. So onward we came. We put everything in trailers. And, we put everything into trailers, and we put in things in storage trailers. And we bought an RV with the money we got when we sold the house. And we've been in the RV for 5 years now, which is about 4 years longer than we thought. And it has been a good way to live for what God's had us do. We've done some trips on Route 66 and out to Oklahoma and back to Florida once even. And now we've been parked for 2 years. Well, actually, maybe for 4. With only a few little jaunts here and there. Well, Teresa, you better say hi when you're here. Yep, that's a threat. So, I've got to get past Jason Aldean's here that's playing music, so you're gonna have to get by this place called Jason's It's not a place where you can have ice cream in Mason's, but no, it's a place where the music's always playing. So that's why I am saying I gotta get past this Jason's. It's the place that you gotta get by before you get a copyright in your eye. And I made it. Yay. With my poetic centrifuge. Oh, I know I can do it. Almost think I blew it. Now I'm back here just with you. Oh, chocolate monkey. Did you ever think when you were a kid that there would be this many choices for caramel apples in your entire life? And the one that has been the most highly rated by people that work here, they said, is the apple pie one. I see a Reese Cup one. I see a Heath Bar one. I see a Sugar Smacks. You know, that looks like somebody lost their teeth in that one. That looks like, that looks like somebody's teeth right there. Hey, you bit the apple and your teeth came out, Mom. There was one called Apple Pie. I don't see that one, but that's probably because it's sold out. Well, we definitely like that. Cousin's lemonade is very good. And this is the village. And back in here, unfortunately, and there is an Irish Celtic bar and restaurant back there. I'm trying to remember the name of it. And oh, here's the name tags. And they have authentic food. Let's see here. I'll find it. There's Master's Edition. Master Edition has all the there it is. Budikas Celtic Pub. And they have authentic bangers and mash. And on the day was on St. Patrick's Day, we came over here from Bangers and Mash. And it's good. If you ever had bangers and mash, it's a really good thing. It's a really good thing. It's sausages. Sausages, authentic sausages like you've never tasted before. They've got a safe flavor to them that's very good. That's different than you've had. No, I haven't had an American sausage that tasted like bangers and mash. That was onions and gravy and mashed potatoes and sausage. Aye. Good, healthy, hard-working meal for a man. Good hard milk and meat for a man. Have the Celtic bangers and mash. That sounds like a commercial. What you think? So the candy places are closed, all cleaned up, looking pretty. And by the way, if you're ever here and you want breakfast late, this is the place, the Pancake Pantry. They're the only ones that stay open till 3. I still recommend that you get here by 2:30, because if the place is empty by 2:30, they usually close the door. So, yeah, be here by 2:30. But everyone else, all the other breakfast places close at 1. I think there might be one that closes at 2 called Little House of Pancakes. But this is the only one that stays open till 3. And it's very good. Ooh, went over some rough ground there. Got the boys and the baby. 2 boys and a baby. Ooh, bells. Don't you love those bells? I was at Three Bears the other day doing this, and they had some that were really beautiful. Cool. hear that? That sounds really good. Oh, I like that one. Some cute little. I like the one with the cardinals. Those are wind spinners. They were pretty. Grandma Loves Me t-shirts. Some of the touristy places are closed on Sunday nights. There's our favorite waffle place again. Le Crochet, La Oulala, Le Karma Bliss, Le Mieux, Pepe Le Pew. Oh, chérie. We will make beautiful music together. I just love the way the cat would do the tornado thing and tear his butt up. Oh, Pepe, he took a beating for being such a lover. He was such a lover. Oh, look at that. The coffee shack is gone, empty, and closed again. But they like my little tune when I walk by them. I go, coffee shack, coffee shack, baby. But I missed them again. Yeah. Darkity dark, dark, dark. Coffee shack. Coffee shack, baby. Yeah, they are wanting to get out their day over with and onward and upward. Yeah. Well, we're down here at the bottom. Ooh, gotta make sure we've got some good reception here. Those chimes, yeah, that was very good. Thanks for chiming in on that. And the classic clock show store at the Glockenspiel. I have some interesting. There's the old-fashioned ones, and here's the modern ones. Watch out, little bunny rabbit. Don't get knocked off, little bunny rabbit. That's an interesting one, isn't it? Not for sale. And that's the last one there. Goodness gracious. And we got all kinds of noise going on. We don't need all that noise. Why do people think everybody in the neighborhood wants to hear what they're playing in their speakers? Why do you think they do that? So I did get to do the Ripley's Mirror Maze for my birthday. That was fun. I thought it was going to be more challenging, but you could basically look at the carpet and know which way to go. But I did run into a wall here and there and had to go back another way. So it was pretty good. There's another one at the top of the hill yet I haven't been to.
What's up?
Hey, dude. So we're going to cross back over. Thank you for your patience the first 10 or 15 minutes until I realized I had hit the mute button. It sure did make for a quiet night though, didn't it? Maybe Joy can put in some kind of voiceover or something for that first part on the replay. And, hey, let's go look at the birds. Hey, Thomas Ghost. Yep. I'll go up here to the birds. We'll take a look at the birds, and we'll catch up on the chat. There's the blue guy. He's hard to watch, so there's the red one. Look at the red one. There you go. Hey, William Figueroa. Hi from Puerto Rico. Good to meet you. Hi, Lisa. Yeah, for Sunday night, it's kind of calm. For Saturday, it's not busy at all, but for Sunday, this is pretty good. Yeah, lots of people here, and it's about 90 degrees. Hope all is well in Indiana. The wind and the troubles of the summer are over. Yeah, Crazy Mason has, yeah, I would like to do rafting in the Smokies. Yeah, I would. I'm just checking back here. Well, thanks, Annette, for trying to help out. Mari Cut. Do you know we have a Geo Mad Cat? Yeah. Yeah. And there's the blue one. But, you know, he's in the business of people, so it does make you a little nutty. We're in the business of people. Oh, and this is, we haven't been to the Mountain Edge Grill, and we haven't been to the restaurant called New Orleans Sandwich Shop, which has been highly recommended. Very good Cajun, authentic food down there. The upper level has Mountain Edge Grill, House of Jerky, Tennessee Jeds. Tennessee Jeds, that's where I go up there and stand up there and do a live stream while I eat something, because I can set the camera down. Hey, Mr. Ranger, sir. Me and Boo Boo doing good. Yep, we donate to the park because we have the only national park that doesn't cost anything to get into except the park. And speaking of parking, this is where the car is parked. Oh, and there's Jason banging away on the other side. Dum 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 dum. Gotta get in that shop and show the ice cream to you. Gotta get away, I just gotta say. Roll in my sweet apple's arms. Ah, we're just walking through today. Oh, she's the expert at rolling those cones. And I'll tell you, if you ever go somewhere where they're pulling the waffle cone out of a sleeve, you don't want it. You want to be at Kilwin's where they make them fresh. The fudge is on the table. He's cutting the fudge and weighing the fudge. He is the expert at cutting the fudge. Butter pecan. Oh, chocolate pecan, German chocolate cake. Oh, we beat them in our war. Mint chocolate chip. All right. Oh, and they got lemon fudge. Oh, smoothie, creamy, lemon-infused fudge. Uh-oh. Well, that's a new one right there, people. We might just have to do that one. Might just have to do that one. Yeah. How long have you had that lemon fudge? I haven't seen that one before.
It's just our summer fudge. Seasonal.
Season. I would like to get.
You want a sample?
Yeah, I want to do the sample of that. Yeah, I have never had. Hey, Desert Adventures, welcome. I am getting a sample of lemon fudge. Oh yeah. I have not seen lemon fudge before.
And not right now, thank you.
Ooh. That is creamy, smooth, good. Wow. Oh.
Anything with lemon is good.
The cakes, pies. Mm. Mm. Oh boy. That is good. And they've got caramel corn. All the kind of, hey, there's one. Oh, you need to get a sample of the lemon fudge. It's seasonal. They don't always have it. So Joy's going to try the lemon fudge here in a second. She'll get her piece. Oh. Oh, it's been 50 minutes. You got to finish by now. Mm-hmm. Let's do crochet, yummy. So you have to take off on me, huh? I gotta get past this here music and hollering because they're making some dollaring and I don't make it either. So only one of us gets to make it. But I was thinking, well, how much? Let me talk to my wife here for a second. Okay, I'm gonna sit. Am I sitting down then and waiting for you here?
Why?
Because I'm. Well. Okay. Well, then I'm gonna end my live stream so that I can stop walking. Anyway, boy, I'll tell you, lots of people in here.
No, it don't matter what this
I know that. And lemon fudge sounds good. It is. Thanks, Lisa. Hey, Virginia. Matt in Virginia. Yeah. Now we have sound. I know. I hit the mute button when I first started the live stream. Remember when I hit the button right there to reverse the picture? I hit the mute button.
Okay, so when we started off, I said, I don't know if you heard me, but I said, I don't know why he hits the mute button. But anyway, I said, for some reason on this phone that I do my live streams from, the horizontal live option is gone. They have no option. They're only allowing me to hit the vertical. That's the only option they're giving me. So I don't know if it's a glitch on the phone app or what's going on, but they're making me stuck in this mode unless I use that Prism app. And then I can't monetize the Prism app until it's totally done, so I don't really get the views for doing it. But I get the views for doing this, so I don't know what the glitch is with it, but that's what's happening right now. So anyway.
Yep. Well, we've already been up, all the way up, and all the way back, and all the way back over to here. So appreciate you coming in here tonight. You know, I guess I could sit over here at the that restaurant and look down at the street and wait for you to go around again, or if
Yeah, I
you want
wanted to go around the strip once.
All right, so maybe we'll just pick up a little snack and we'll go set the camera up and watch the people go by. So I guess I'm not going to sign off. Got a lot of people. Appreciate you being here. Don't want to disappoint you. Hi, Teresa. Blake Steele. I remember Remington Steele. So you're lucky to get one of those kind of famous, cool names. Blake Steele. Crime detective. superhero. A friend of mine had a cartoon character he made up called Joe Man. Oh. Let's see. Kind of crowded in there. Yeah, I've had enough treats. Chocolate Monkey has a good flavor called pothole, Michigan pothole. That's really good.
Yeah, she loved it.
Moo, 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 moo. Oh, I got a splitting headache.
Yeah.
I think I might be still too close, huh? Well, let's see. We'll go up here. Maybe we'll tell you tell you a story. Like a rescue I was on in the Coast Guard or something. All right. Turn that down towards the street. We've had a long week of camera activity and walking. Long week. And let's see, we gotta stand that one up more and let that one go down. There we go. So we're sitting in Baskin Square, right across from the Mountain Edge Grill, looking over at the Chocolate Monkey that has closed all of its doors except one, so it must be getting to be closing time. Hi, Lisa Tillotson. Thank you for your service. Well, thanks. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, I did 13 years in the Coast Guard. 13 and a half, actually. I was going to aviation school, but I was not quite cut out for aviation. I was a little too risky, and it was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to be a hero. I wasn't really understanding it as a job. And so it was best that I didn't do it. And I did really good in the school, halfway through the school, but then when they switched over to some other transistors and practical work, I didn't do as good. So I dropped out and became a cook. And I got on an icebreaker in 1979. I got on board an icebreaker called the North Wind, and I got a chance to go to Antarctica. Is that like awesome? It was awesome. And so I got of course we went to Cube. We stopped in we left Wilmington, North Carolina. We went to Jacksonville, Florida. We went to Cuba, and then we went through the Panama Canal. After the Panama Canal, we went to like American Samoa. I am officially a golden shellback. And a golden shellback is someone that crosses the international date line and the equator in the Pacific at the same time. And Neptune, King Neptune, does come and judge. He slaps you around with a dirty mop. That was quite a experience. And so then went to Tasmania and a place called Christchurch in New Zealand. And then we stopped in McMurdo Bay. And like one of the stories I told a couple weeks ago, our icebreaker worked better than the newer icebreaker. And so that was 1980. It was in Antarctica called Deep Freeze 80. And it was a record too, because there was the north wind, the glacier, and the polar sea were all down there breaking ice 14 feet thick, so that they could resupply the base at McMurdo Sound. And they have a little walking trail and a book you can sign, and they have walking cables everywhere, because if you get caught in a storm, you can easily be killed and lost if it gets to be 200 degrees below zero. But we only went in the summertime, and it was 45 degrees, and it was sun up daylight 24 hours a day. That was really weird. Get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to bake bread, and it's the sun's up at 3:45 in the morning. That was an interesting thing. And so then we left there. We went up to Brisbane, Australia, and the Gold Coast, and then to American Samoa, Fiji on the way back, and then back through the Panama Canal. Really quite a trip. I think it was 3 months long, and never forget it. And like a lot of military service, it's a great memory when it's over. Well, thanks, Blake. Yeah, we're not ones to sit in front of a camera and just talk. We like to be moving around. We like to be seeing things. We're just kind of ramblers like that. And it also helps, when it comes to replays and being interesting, because as we grow, we'll start to get more people looking into our history, looking back over the last 3 or 4 years of videos, starting with when we God blessed us with an RV, an affordable RV that we were able to pay cash for, and get on the road to, I knew that was going to happen, Tennessee. So we enjoyed that, glad to do that. And I know, we really do enjoy. We're so blessed. It was Joy's desire to come to Gatlinburg to start, and she had never done a YouTube channel before. She'd never really had a full-time job in her life, being Asperger's. So she's high function and was not able to work regular jobs, and so we were just a one-income family. And so when I got out of the Coast Guard, I had been married and divorced, and then I went through 3 years. I didn't date. I didn't get back on a used car lot or anything. I just kept to myself until I went to the church that I spent a few years at church in South Bend, and that's where I met Joy. And then she and I we got married in '93. And so we just had our 31st anniversary. And so then after we got married, we went to Florida to go to Bible college. And then I started working for a painting company in 1998. And in 2000, I went on my own and had my own painting company called My Painter. And I kind of played it like, who's on first? Because it'd be like, who's your painter? My painter. Yeah, who's your painter? I just told you. No, you didn't. Yeah, I did. Well, who's your painter? You mean my painter? Yeah, your painter. Who is he? He's my painter. I know he is, but who is he? So that was always a lot of fun to joke around about. And I did that for 20 years until 2017. And I tell you, the Lord just dried it up. It was like time to go. And so we were wanting to come to Tennessee, and I felt a call to come to Tennessee. And Joy started a YouTube channel, and it's been quite a history of all the things that we've been doing together. And yep. And of course, Dollywood's here and all that, so we get a chance to do Dollywood, Anarchista, the Sky Park, and I started 2.5 years ago, I guess, 2 years ago, February. I started painting like Bob Ross. I always loved watching Bob Ross, and Joy was just encouraging me to try it. And I guess because I'd been painting houses as a house painter and a woodworker, wood stain, that I started Bob Ross, and wouldn't you know, I could do it right away. Thank you. Hey, Miami, Alabama. Thank you. Happy anniversary to us. And so we've been. Joy just passed 4,500 and we really haven't asked anybody else for help. You know, we haven't. We've just worked for our subscribers and getting. People think it's easy. Joy spends hours every day watching and editing things like that to make her channel work. And so we are real blessed that she has found her niche in life. And I'm blessed too. So, yeah, if anybody sees that email, Schnauzerhauser, that's because years ago, we used to raise schnauzers. And that was my idea to call it Schnauzerhauser. So if you go to our playlist, you'll see we have drives through the mountains. We've gone through, the viaduct and all the mountains during the fall leaves and the winter. We've got winter scenes that we've driven through and fall scenes. And then there's another list on the playlist called restaurants. We've done as many restaurants as we could afford. And sometimes we go a couple months, when I don't have any painting contracts. And then, of course, we do Dollywood and the Sky Park. And we were just at Sky Park Friday. Did a live stream up there painting a painting. They were so sweet. Hey, Marletta, Jardine, what's happening? Gio, howdy, Gio. So I'm going to say it's Marlette, Jardine, or Hardin. What's happening? Well, I'm sitting here at Jed's across the street. Joy is doing her walk. That's Jason Aldean's down there. And the village across the street, we're just in Gatlinburg hanging out and chatting. And if anybody has a prayer need, you can certainly chat in that you need some prayer. We don't have to discuss what it is. And we always pray for everybody that comes in. And we feel like that's a good thing. We've had good things happen when people have chatted in. Good things happen. So, good to see you, Gio. And so, now we're just kind of waiting for Joy to finish her walk. She's been getting in her walks and exercise So on another trip on the Coast Guard, we left Wilmington, North Carolina, and went north. And we stopped at a place called St. John's, Nova Scotia. And we stopped at a place called Halifax, Nova Scotia. And then we went to Thule, Greenland. Thule, Greenland, back in the 50s and 60s, was an early warning missile warning site that was supported by the government. And of course now it's mostly scientists and different things. And of course Greenland's just beautiful. And you've seen those stories about, you know, airplanes being found up there and all that. So then we stopped at a place called Sandestrom. And Sandestrom was very, very unique. It was the most clean, pure place I think I've ever been. The glacier had been through there and had carved little runways down all the rocks, where all the rocks you could just put your fingers in the scratches that the glaciers made as they came down the mountain. And the glacier lake was clear and the water was so good. It was just memorable. I mean, we're talking 1982 and I remember it like yesterday. Just really something. And then we went to a place called Reykjavik and another one called Keflavik, and then we stopped at Iceland. And I remember ordering flowers from Iceland, and I remember eating some of the food there and walking around the town, and it kind of looks like a burnt cornbread, you know, kind of place. If you burned the cornbread, rough and gruff and, you know, black beaches. It's very volcanic, and there wasn't anybody erupting when we were there, but a lot of times it's very deep in ash. And so then when we left there, we stopped back in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and picked up 600 pounds of lobster for the trip home, because now it was time to clean the boat, and we'd been gone for 2 months, so we're all ready to get home. And so they bought us lobster, and we all got to have 2 lobster dinners in 2 days in a row. The first day they had steamed 300 pounds of it. Then they gave us 300 pounds fresh and 300 pounds steamed. So the fresh lobster went in the walk-in refrigerator in boxes, and then the frozen lobster, steamed lobster, we ate that night. Oh, we had our fill of lobster. And so then we waited a day, and then we cooked up the 300 pounds of fresh lobster that we had picked up. And of course we had these big, huge steam jacket kettles, and that was really, you know, enjoyable. But by the time we finished those 600 pounds of lobster, we were pretty much like, ooh, we'd had enough lobster, especially the cooks. But it was good. And so then in the process of getting the boat clean, you know, we're cleaning out the refrigerators, because the refrigerators are packed tight when you leave on a 6-month cruise, a 2-month cruise, 60 days. And your freezer is so full that you have to crawl in there and get a box and haul it out. And then there's Joy across the street. She just went into the village. And then, so we're cleaning out the refrigerator, and we're moving the racks and getting everything mopped out and cleaned out, so that when we get back to port, you know, we can all just, you know, go home. And then they'll let the boat rest for a couple days, and then we'll start loading it for the next trip. So in the refrigerator, we moved everything aside, and there was a lobster. And it had been like 2 more days, so we hadn't had any lobster for 2 days. And there he was in the corner, and he was still alive. He had his claws up, and he was ready to fight. Oh, that was a great lobster. I think we split him 6 ways. But yeah, he must have escaped out of one of the boxes of fresh lobsters. I'll never forget that lobster. And then it was back to North Carolina and family. Yep. So by the time I was 25, I'd been around the world. Then I went out to California as a cook on a small boat. There was 10-man crew, and I was the cook, and I was like the mom. I got to go grocery shopping, and I got to load the boat, and I got to feed everybody. And oh, I'll tell you, we'd go fishing off the coast, bring up some Pacific whitefish and different things, and oh, it was wonderful. And we saw gray whales, and were able to do some whale watching. You know, the whales, we turned the engines off and drifted into a pod of whales, and they went right by us. And boy, they that little brother, they go, and that was a very musty, sweet-smelling breath. Never smelled anything like that before. Kind of like if you get out of the shower and you walk into another room, and then you walk back into the room where you just had the shower, and it's moist and it's steamy and warm, kind of. That's what it was like, a breath of a whale. And that was interesting. And of course, being on California, I wasn't much of a surfer. A lot of the other guys did a lot of surfing, but I would do some body surfing, and I almost got hurt one time. But I really enjoyed the last ship I was on in 1991 in Miami, because we'd get out in 30 or 40 feet of water and be able to go snorkeling and catch grouper and lobsters. And of course, if we would get way off the coast where other people couldn't afford enough fuel to go out there, we had our choice of fish and things like that. There's a lot more choice out there where there were people that couldn't afford to go and fish it out. So that was, I had a hognose snapper one time. Oh my goodness, that was like the most beautiful meat I've ever seen. So let's see here. Nightbot's doing a lot of texting. When I get into I cook for everyone. I was on a ship in Miami with 16 guys on it, and it would be 2 full grocery carts when I would go shopping at Publix or someplace else. And I left this from Brazil. I know a nice lady from Brazil. Oh, you like fried shrimp? I do all kinds. I like the Cajun shrimp. I like the blackened shrimp. I like the Old Bay shrimp. And when I was in California, I would go down to the seafood place, and he would have a 10-foot long swordfish sitting in the refrigerator. No head, no tail. Just sitting in the refrigerator, waiting to be carved up. Boy, we ate good then. I would get some Mako shark, and I'd get some thresher shark with Mako. Very good shark, especially thresher. And swordfish. Oh, and I'd dip it in olive oil and lemon. Now, shark typically have a little bit of urea in their meat. Sharks do not have a good bladder, that really. So you always, before you barbecue a piece of shark, you always dredge it in lemon or milk and then lemon, and to make sure that you neutralize any of that flavor. Hey, Cam. Oh yeah, good weather, good temperature here. Mid-80s. Just enjoying looking up the road here. Jason Aldean's one way, and we're at the village over here. There comes Joy across the road. So she's still doing her GoPro walk. You done yet? Almost done. She either doesn't do things or she overdoes things. And so right now we're doing the walking. Yep, I like my shrimp with the cocktail sauce. I make my own cocktail sauce most of the time because the store-bought stuff. I'll tell you, when I turned 40, I had to stop the Mountain Dew, drinking a liter of Mountain Dew. When I turned 50, it was sugar. I had to quit the sugar. And then when I turned 60, it was salt. All of a sudden, I was having blood pressure problems. I had to stop the salt. And I became Dr. Pressure. I learned everywhere the salt was. And you get a little bit of salt here and a little bit of salt there. I'm just very salt sensitive. My liver or whatever doesn't process it right. And so as soon as I got my salt under control, then my blood pressure, got better, and I got it down to 135/93. But that still wasn't, where I wanted it to be. And some YouTube friends said, "Well, we're going to buy you some beetroot powder." So they sent me a tub of beetroot powder, and within 24 hours of starting to take a heaping teaspoon of beetroot powder every morning, my blood pressure went down to 120/82. 120/80, and it has stayed there ever since. I just do a teaspoon of every day, heaping teaspoon. I have a heaping helping. Have a heaping teaspoon of beetroot powder every day, organic. Don't get the stuff from Walmart. That doesn't work. I tried it. When I ran out, I bought a bottle from them, and it didn't do a hoot. And Toccoa, Georgia. Yeah, it was in the 90s here till a little while ago. But that's what's nice about the mountains. The mountains, they are very cool at night. And as a matter of fact, you got to be careful in the fall because it can be 70, 80 degrees and then all of a sudden drop to 60 as soon as the sun goes behind the mountain. So be careful in Gatlinburg in the fall. Never, never, never take advantage of how hot it is. Always be ready for a cold snap. So, where was I? I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so I enjoyed my cooking. Did a lot of cooking. Cooked around the world. Cooked for some restaurants. When I got out of the Coast Guard, I worked for the Studebaker Mansion in South Bend, Indiana, and a seafood place. And then I worked at a terrible place called Cirrus. Oh boy, that was a rough. But that's when God started trying to get narcissism out of me, and that's what makes that work. Is you've got to work for somebody that acts like you to go and say, "Oh, that's what I look like." So that was a good lesson, and then after that. I started working as a salesman for basement waterproofing, and then after that, in 1997, Joy and I moved to Tampa, Florida, until 2017, and then in 2018 we loaded everything up in an RV and moved to Beverly, and moved to Tennessee Hills, that is, Tennessee Blue Ridge, Tennessee Smokies, don't. And we've been up here since 2019. We got up here just before the big COV, and lucky for that. And I got a job with a painting company that was part of a group that were building houses that was considered essential. So I didn't miss a day of work through all that time. And Joy and I, and that's when Joy started her YouTube channel.
Steve, Desert Adventures in Arizona became a member. Thank you. I was walking around, so I didn't see that. So I just want to say thank you, Steve.
Yeah, Joy's up here. No, I haven't. I don't know where Toccoa, Georgia. Of course, I know where Atlanta is, and I've been around that city many times, trying to avoid it. But it's a beautiful, beautiful, hard-working place. And we've been to Atlanta for the airport. Other than that, we try to avoid it. But there's a lot of beautiful places in Georgia. I've got a friend of mine from the Coast Guard that lives in Georgia. And, of course, that's where the devil was defeated. So,
Down in Georgia.
yeah.
He was defeated down in Georgia.
He lost his golden violin.
Hi, Doreen.
Hey, camping therapy. Well, look, some other people are coming. I guess we'll... I was getting ready to shut it down, but I guess we'll sit here for a little longer.
Everyone that's been here, hello, hello, hello. Shelley, William, Blessed to Crochet.
Well, you're not too far from the Smokies if you're north of Georgia, north of Atlanta.
From Wisconsin, Lisa, Matt in Virginia.
And Teresa's going to be here next week, and I threatened her.
Did she better let us know?
Yeah, I said that's a threat. So
we should go out to dinner or something, maybe if we're able, Teresa.
Yeah. Well, I get mine from a place called the Herb Company. HERBCO.
Hello, little. Okay.
And
Marlene,
yep.
Hello.
It's I'll give you the exact
Hey Cam, it's
the online at herbcompany.com. Online at HEERBCO.com. Herb Company. Online herbcompany.com.
up here, setting up here, we can feel a slight breeze, but it is humid today.
And beetroot powder is only like $10 for 2 pounds, and it lasts you 2 months. I mean, a pound will last you a month. And so you don't want to buy too much in advance. I don't know if it gets old or not, but I have not had an issue.
Back in October.
Yeah, I haven't had an issue with blood pressure since I started taking a teaspoon every morning. And the way other people, they're on the chemicals and they're taking prescriptions because they want to eat the way they want to eat. Well, I didn't do that. I changed how I ate. I ask for unseasoned fries. I'm very careful with my salt. I can only do 1,500 a day, and I spend it like money. My sandwich in the morning is 400. My lunch is 500. My dinner is 500. That's my day. And then every once in a while I can overdo it when I go to a restaurant.
Annette, you have a good night, sweet dreams. Thanks for
Good
being
night.
here.
Isn't it later at night in Wisconsin?
Is that a different time zone?
I think it says, yeah, it is. Wisconsin's Central Time, probably. So, but that's probably why.
I did a walk around the aquarium. So I might put that video out on the Nature Channel.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and move this so your speaker can hear you better. So I've been telling Coast Guard stories and where I've been around the world.
So there's a link to my Nature Channel right there. Nightbot just shared it out, the Smoky Mountain Nature. It's also called Nature ASMR. So there's a walk around the aquarium there. So I'm not sure. I might put it on that channel. And I've been doing these walking videos, so that if anybody's at home, they can watch either my Nature Channel or they can watch this channel and do walks, walks on their treadmill or their bicycle, at home and stuff like that. Yeah, Doreen, you said that the Jingle All the Way is coming up at that campground again. Happening again at the Sun Outdoors.
Yeah, that's just before you get to Walmart.
Yeah.
And they're expensive because they've got a full pool and all the amenities, and it's not it's on the backdoor campground. It's top of the line.
Jingle in July. It's called Jingle in July. It's vintage.
So that's going to be
campers.
vintage. Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah.
vintage trailers. Quite a few of them there.
I'll have to have a snack.
Lots of people out here this time of night.
After I walk and walk, I get hungry.
Yeah, it's like we try not to eat all the calories we just burned. We get a little ahead. Sometimes we don't do that good. Other times we do.
Yeah.
All right, well, we sure appreciate y'all being here.
Hello, Donald. He said, I miss Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. The wife and I went on vacation there for the first time 3 weeks. It's a great place to come on 3 weeks ago. He meant. It's a great place to come on vacation. And it's the national park here is the most visited national park in America. Can you believe that?
Because there's no charge.
Unless you're parking. Now they started charging for parking, but there's no charge to go through it, to drive through it and stuff. And
Stop and take a picture.
if you want to stop and take a picture, you can pull over, stop and take a picture. You have 15 minutes to stop, and that's it.
And I'm gonna type this in so that you get it in your ear and in your eye. You get up here, the Motor Nature Trail.
Yeah, the Motor
You
Nature
turn
Trail
right
is
there
really-
at Bubba Gump's. At Bubba Gump's and Smith & Sons, that road right there, I think it's called Airport, takes you up to the Motor Nature Trail, and it is the most wonderful thing you can do with driving a car. You get to see the beautiful mountains, you get to see the beautiful views, and you get to see the crashing creek as it comes down the mountain. And it's beautiful. You just set your phone on a rock and record that sound and that river as it comes down the mountain. It's beautiful.
I was going to show it on the village, but there's nothing going on there.
Yeah,
So-
Teresa loves that. She knows
Yeah.
about that. They'll be doing that. So we'll set a trap for her.
Donald said they went to Anakista for the day. It was amazing. Yeah, there's a lot of
I'll
things
tell
to
you.
do up there for the little kids up at Anakista.
Yeah, you can spend all day up there now.
It's
It's amusement.
amusement
It's got
park.
two
It's considered
roller
an
coasters
amusement
now.
Park.
3 restaurants, 2 roller coasters.
Donald said next time for sure. We're thinking early September, and then Ober Gatlinburg.
Yep.
That's the one that has the big gondolier that you go up. Now, if you don't want to
They
go
call it the
in the
tram.
gondolier, you can actually drive up.
Mhm.
But it's driving up mountain roads, so I'm not going to say it's less scary than taking the gondolier, because you're
Yeah.
driving up steep mountain roads.
And you pay to park either way. And if you pay to park down here, and then you ride up and back, you're better off than driving up there. So
And so they do all the mountain biking and the skiing and ice skating, and
Yep.
all kinds of
Inner
things
tubing.
up there. They also have another. Well, it might be closed right now. The lift that goes all the way to the top. I think they're redoing that, so I don't think you can take the lift all the way to the top where you see Mount LaPont right now. I think they're redoing that completely.
unless they're still running your old one while they put the new one in.
I don't know.
We
I
haven't
don't
been
think
up there to
so.
look. We need to go
Yeah.
up there.
Hi, Chandra.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea to go up there and see how they're doing, because they're putting in a lot more stuff up
Candace
there
said,
now.
thank you for this. And then there is the Gatlinburg Sky Park Sky Bridge. And that is a different experience. The only way up there is either a steep hike.
She said, I'm the one that took your order at Andy's last night.
Oh, well, thank you for coming in and saying that. We love Andy's. I was actually thinking about stopping by there on the way.
I don't know if they're going to be
on the
open
way
late
home.
enough. It's 10:20.
What time do you close?
They probably, well, she's probably not working. That's why she's on her phone. But,
Yeah, but I'm just wondering
I
what
think
time
they close at
tonight.
11:30 on the weekends. So maybe we'll see if they're still open.
That's one of my things. After I've done a long walk, I like to get an Andy's.
Yeah, we do better with
It's gentle on my
Andes.
stomach. It
Yeah.
is gentle on my stomach.
Custard is much easier to
so,
eat than...
the Sky Park. So the way up there is to take the
chairlift.
chairlift or that steep hike up the mountain. It's very steep. You have to really
not
be
open
good.
yet.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's
It
open.
is open.
Ah.
Yeah. And but you pay the same price whether you go walk up or whether you ride up. It's the same price. I asked them.
Oh, you don't get any discount for huffing and puffing and using your own energy?
Nope.
Oh my goodness. I would not want to get to the top of that and go and have to say, what? And you want $30. Oh.
Yeah. Hey Matt, welcome back. So, but up there they have what are the cornhole and little games like that, and they did put up on shade awnings all around that area so that the kids and the families, they can do the cornhole games and stuff. There's a lot of places to sit down. They do have fire pits when the weather gets colder. There's sitting areas around the fire pit and stuff. There's seating up at the very top. And then there's that long bridge you can walk across.
And the path is open?
They do have a path that's open. And then there's two shorter bridges that go to the little tulip tower thing. And so you can walk around there also.
Yeah.
They are going to be putting in Smoky Mountain Smash Burgers. So that's that's some of the construction they're doing. They're supposed to be done in the fall in that, right?
Yeah.
And so that's pretty neat. Over Mountain is taking the gondolier up, or you drive up yourself down up the mountain roads, the steep mountain roads. Anakista, you can take the chairlift, or they have the small gondolas, the small ones.
The red ones, yeah.
Yeah, the little red ones. Or they have a handicap van.
Yep.
Now, if you are handicapped and
Special needs. Can't say that word handicap anymore.
if you are on a motorized scooter, you can take the gondola. You can. They do allow you to drive it up in there and get in there and take that if you want to do that. As a matter of fact, I have a video on my channel of doing that because when I broke my foot, I was on my scooter all the time. So thanks for subscribing.
Hey.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Preston.
Then also
They have scooter-ready trucks.
and then they have regular trucks too. Yeah, they do have the mobility truck mobility vans that you can. I think it's a lift. You drive on it, and then they lift it up,
Yes.
and then you get in there.
If you're worried about, well, I don't even want to transfer from one thing to another, you don't have to. You pull your scooter in, and you drive right up in your scooter, and you don't even have to get out of
They
it.
lift you right into there.
I thought that was very convenient. Then you don't even have to
And then they
worry.
have other trucks that they take people up if they don't want to ride the chairlift or something like that. That's another way to get up there. To Anakista is the trucks.
And it's the only way down if weather comes in and it gets windy and stormy.
But
and
they do drive. It's a steep road up there, so We were in there with somebody one time, and he was like, oh my gosh, because of the road, on the steep road. It was scary for him. So those are the ways up to those. And then over in Wears Valley, there's another a chairlift
called
to the top.
Harper Brothers Mountain.
Harper Brothers.
And they have horses.
Thanks, Doreen. Have a great night. So you can go up when you go over to Wears Valley. It is a chairlift to the top. Thanks, Doreen. She's going to let this play. Appreciate that. So there's a chairlift to the top. They also have horseback riding over there at Harper Brothers. And it's got some beautiful views of the mountains in Wears Valley. They do have cornhole playing, and they've got some other little playing games up there for families. And they do give you a free little moon pie, right?
Yep.
And a small bottle of water.
You gotta get free
when you go up there.
Soda was
the
$1.
top.
Yeah, but that was last year.
Yeah.
And then you can
Yeah,
have
we
you can
haven't
go
been
on
up
a
there this year, so-
$20 horse ride or
That's
a
what it
$40
was last
horse.
year, so we're thinking it's the same, but that's what it was last year.
So if you want to go on a long horse ride, not just once around the park, and this is a steep one too, and it's just amazing how these horses go up these steep angles. It's just wonderful to ride them. I really enjoyed that experience at Harper Brothers Mountain. Call ahead.
Teresa said they always ride the trucks up because she doesn't like the chairlift.
Yeah, some people just can't handle that, hanging out,
Anakista, of all these that we named that go up the mountain for chairlifts or whatever, at this time, Anakista is the only one that has an annual pass that you can purchase. The Sky Park has been talking about an annual pass for the Sky Park Sky Bridge. They've been discussing it. It's not something they have currently.
Yeah.
Ober Mountain, I haven't heard any talk yet about them having any kind of a season pass.
But they do have a local deal, and military go free.
Locals Sevier County locals can ride up the gondolier, the gondola, whatever it's called. They can ride
call
up
it a tram.
the tram, yeah. But anyway, you can ride up that for free. But when you get to the top, only veterans can ride to the top for free. And veterans at Ober Mountain, we're talking Ober Mountain now, veterans can do everything free up there, is what we've been told.
Yep.
Right? I mean, you have to pay for your food and everything, but you can do all kinds of things up there for free if you're a veteran or active military.
Yep. So that saves you a lot of money. Take your sweetheart to the top and you only have to pay for her. That saves you a lot of money right there.
Except for the fact that they did up the price. It used to be like $8 to ride to the top, and now for him to get up there free, he has to pay for me $22. That's not really saving money, because the price did go up quite a bit on that ride to the full top. Now,
Yeah, it used to be 22 for both of us.
I mean the chairlift to the full top.
Yeah. They're doing a lot. And they're putting in bicycle paths, so bring your mountain bike. And we're sitting in a place called Jed's. They close early. We come up here and look out over their balcony. They are kind enough to leave unlocked and open to the public.
Which way are we parked? Which way are we parked?
Oh, right around the corner here. Yeah, we're 5 minutes from where we parked.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got one of those electric.
He's got lights on his skateboard there.
And it's going uphill, so it's definitely electric. I like that skateboard. No pumping that thing. So, don't forget the donut fryer when you come.
And
the-
we don't really get donuts there when we go. We get other things like a muffin, or like Donnie likes to get a cookie, or
yeah, cookies
something.
and date bars.
They have
a
date
special.
bars. They have all kinds of other things other than donuts at the donut fryer. So
And they have one unique thing that no one else does. If you use their ATM and hand them the slip, they give you a free water or coffee. And they give you the $3. This is $3 for coffee. You don't pay for it. So you don't pay for a soda, you don't pay for a coffee if you use their ATM. Nobody else does that. All right, so we're hearing mostly from Nightbot now. All right, so. Well,
all right,
thank
so
you,
I
Camping
want to
Therapy.
go get myself a treat. So
We're gonna head out.
yeah.
Make like a baby and head out. So remember, we love you, but
We love you.
Jesus
Jesus
loves you more. Good night, good night, good
Have a
night.
great night. I'm gonna let it hit
You doing what? Oh, you're going to go to one more minute?
I'm just going.
She's
to the-
counting down to the minute. Okay, there you go. Good night, good night, good night.
Have a great night. Thanks for sharing this out, subscribing, hitting the like button, and
Oh
all
yeah,
of that
don't
kind
forget
of
your
stuff.
thumbs up.
All right, there's lots of playlists on the channel, lots of them. So there's so many different things you can go back and watch our videos, and appreciate it so much.